Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Acura MDX Platinum Elite in the color black. Let's take a look. Starting up front here, underneath the hood we have a 3.5-liter V6 engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 290 horsepower, 267 pound-foot of torque, and when fully equipped, towing capacity up to 5,000 pounds. Up front, LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, fog lights down below. And if you look across your front end here, you'll find these little round nodules. Those are your front parking sensors. To move along to the side here, you have your alloy wheels. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals. And if you look at your front handles, you'll find these three double lines on the rear corner of the handles. We'll talk about that more as we get to the driver's side. All of your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top here we have the silver roof rails. As you approach the back across your rear bumper, you have more of your backup parking sensors here. And then on your right-hand side, you have your MDX badge. Underneath your rear logo is your backup camera. This is also where you reach to release the power trunk. Simply reach under the logo, press the button, and it will raise up automatically. Inside here we have both a second and third row seating. The third row is a 50-50 split down the middle, allowing each side to move independently by releasing this little trigger handle in the middle of the back. Then for your second row seats you have a 40-20-40, which allows the middle section to move independently as we see here. We'll talk about that more in a minute. In the back you do have ample both charger and cup holder spaces for your rear occupants. In your storage space, you have an extra deep pocket on the left-hand side, as well as having power outlets. And we also have the MDX rubber mat lining. This does fully extend outwards. When you have both of these third row seats laying flat, it will cover the entire surface area back here. It is much easier to remove and clean one of these rubber liners versus that carpeted interior. And it also helps to protect your vehicle from damage from your cargo and protect your cargo from damage from your vehicle. If you're looking for your spare tire kit or some extra storage, look down underneath the mat. You may have noticed this little handle. Reach in and lift that up. Plenty of storage space here, and you can access your tire through this little space. And then to close up your trunk here, you can reach up to the handle on the right-hand side or just press the electronic button. Next, let's take a look at the inside. Inside here, your interior upholstery is the black leatherette with this white pipe trimming. As we said before, this middle section moves independently, which allows your second row occupants to have cup holders, storage space, and general armrests as well. If we look up overhead, you'll find panoramic moonroof that is accessible for everyone inside to enjoy. Then on the back of both your front passenger and front driver seats, there is pouch storage available. Back of your console, you have 3 variant levels of heating for both sides seat heating, and then you have an independent third option for your air conditioning. This can be controlled from the back panel here or from up top. We'll talk about that in a second when we get up there. And then you have all of your various charger options down below. Currently, we have the Acura rubber mats throughout this unit. Inside your door here, you have all of your storage space, more black leather with white stitching. We also have our first look at some of the wood grain trim we'll find throughout the front. And then you have 2 different shades of interior ambient lighting. There's also built-in sun shades in your window. It extends upwards and clips in. A little hard to do single-handed, but that way you're able to keep the sun out of everybody's eyes without impeding on their view. Just as easily, this will unhook, go all the way back down, and is completely flush with your door frame. Now back again to these triple lines on the outside corner of any of your handles. This indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, simply tap your hand here to lock and unlock. Inside, more storage space, black leather, white stitching. You have your silver sound system. You have ambient lighting, wood grain trim. Next to your handle is where you have memory seat settings, side mirror controls, power lock system. You have your window lock, and then your automatic windows for both front and rear. Then you have your power trunk release down below. You, of course, have your electronic seat adjustment up front on both sides, back, front, up, down lumbar support. Hood release latch is tucked way along on the inside, bottom left corner of your dash. Above that, you have your parking brake. These are the controls for your heads-up display. You have all of your parking sensors, defrost for your rear wiper blade, then you have your traction control, and then your dash brightness. Your steering wheel here is also power, tilt, and telescopic. Hopping in and taking a look at your steering wheel here. Left-hand side controls for the heated steering wheel itself. You then have your volume and the controls for your radio scroll, and then also controls for your apps display, and then your hands-free communication. Right-hand side is where you have controls for your cruise control, and then also your infotainment display up top. As we said before, we have the heads-up display. Comes out of this little black box taken out of your dash, and you can actually see the 0 right there for your speedometer. Over from here is where you have your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience, and the way you control it is from the little touchpad down below. You have access to your main settings of going back to your home screen, and then you use your fingers on the pad to scroll around. As you can see from the right-hand side or the top left here, there is built-in navigation for this unit. Aside from that, you have all of your vehicle settings, and then you have all of your radio, which includes AM and FM radio, full satellite connectivity, and your Bluetooth as well. Then down from there, you have your push start ignition. You also have your camera display. If you give that a press, it'll give you a view around yourself. Press it once more to change direction, and then right back to your home screen. You have your four-ways, and then all of your climate control. So up front there is dual climate control so that the driver and front passenger can have their own unique temperature settings, or you can do as we have now, which is to have all three sectors, the driver, passenger, and rear, all synced up together, or you can disconnect it so that each one can work independent from one another. You also have your defrost for front and rear windshield, as well as for your side mirrors. And then both the driver and front passenger have 3 variant levels of heated and cooled seats available to them. You then also have your driving modes, which you will see will pop up on your screen, and then you can scroll through your snow, comfort, normal, or sport. Down from that, you have your automatic on-off, you have your brake hold, you then have all of your gear shifting, and then on the right-hand side is where you have your charger options that pop away. We have your touchpad, your volume control, and then you have all of your storage spaces, and in the back is where you have a wireless charging pad. This is nice, able to slap your phone down in there because it has a slightly inset tri-design. Means that your phone's not going to go flying around as soon as you shift into gear, and you can still keep an eye on it if you so wish. Alternatively, this little pocket also does terrific to have an upright view of your phone. Behind that, you have your console where you have additional chargers. All the way across of your dash space, you have more wood grain trim black gloss, and then you have your ambient lighting. Up overhead on your rear view mirrors, 1, 2, and 3 dots, those are your garage door openers. Above that, you have your SOS button. You have controls for overhead lighting. You've got your little sunglasses compartment. And then, of course, in the middle here is the controls for your panoramic moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Acura MDX Platinum Elite in the color black. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.